Hello and welcome to this all standing Forrest Yoga sequence. So let's get started. If you have a block at home, then we'll need it for the first few poses. But don't worry if you don't, you can make do with that. So block goes in between the thighs. The feet are about hip distance apart. And half moon pose. So we interlace the fingers together. Straighten the arms up to the sky. Squeeze the block in between the thighs. So you want the fingers interlaced, and then we reach the arms forward. Reach the arms up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, stretch the arms away from the body, soft shoulders. Squeeze the block in between the thighs. Inhale. Exhale, gently drawing belly in toward the spine. Activate through the legs. Feel for grounding through the feet, so spread the toes into the earth. Heels down to the floor. Relax the face, the neck, the jaw. On the next exhale, fold side bend to the right side. So keep the length in the spine. Keep pressing through the left foot as you squeeze the block in between the thighs. Creating a length here. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale to the left. Feel the stretch through that right side of the body. Squeeze the block in between the thighs. Breathe into the right side of the ribs. Inhale, come back to center and release the hands down. Chair pose with the block in between the thighs. So we sink down into chair, arms reaching up. Squeeze the block in between the thighs. Inhale. Exhale, soft shoulders, spread the fingers, squeeze the block. Connect with Ujjayi. See if you can sink down a little bit deeper. So we're feeling the burn in the glutes, in the legs. But we're staying focused with the breath. Squeeze the block, sink a little bit deeper. Belly gently drawing in toward the spine. A natural curve in the back. And exhale, release. Hopefully you feel the burn there in the legs. And then place the book onto the side. Tree pose. Start by grounding through the feet. So the trick with tree pose is to find a point of focus into the far distance. And whichever foot you're starting on, the standing leg, you really want to feel for gripping the mat through the standing leg. So spreading the toes into the ground. Heel onto the ankle or onto the shin. Or grab the ankle, bring it to the inside of the thigh. And then pressing the foot into the thigh, working on opening up the hip. Engaging your glute muscles here. Length through the spine, hands to the center of the chest. Find your point of focus in the far distance. Press the hands together, feeling the activation here through the standing leg, through the hands. Connect with breath. Maybe bringing the hands up to the sky. We're rooted down through the standing leg. And carefully bring the hands back down, release the foot down and switch to the other side. Grip the mat through your left foot. Bring the right heel to the ankle, either onto the shin or bringing it all the way up to the inside of thigh. Press the foot into the thigh, allowing the hip to open. Bringing hands to the center of the chest, connecting with Ujjayi breath. And it also depends on the leggings you're wearing. So sometimes if material is a little bit too slippery, it can be hard to hold the foot into place. So don't be discouraged if that's the case. Squeeze the glutes, press the foot into the thigh. Option may be starting to bring the hands up. And if you're struggling to balance, again, focusing on that point of focus in the far distance and on pressing through the whole of the foot. I especially find that spreading the toes into the ground helps me to feel more grounded. And slowly start to lower hands, lower feet down. Standing pose series, starting in Warrior 2. Left foot facing to the short edge of the mat, right foot slightly turns in. Sinking down into your wide stance. Take the hands out, shoulder height, inhale. Exhale, roll shoulder blades down the back. Sinking into your Warrior 2 stance. You want to feel for pressing outside edge of your left thigh to the left side. So we're tracking the left knee over the second big toe. Extended warrior variation, place left forearm onto left thigh. Exhale, reach the hand behind the back, grab either the waistband or maybe reaching for the thigh. Relax head and neck to side. Deep breath into right side of neck. Pressing down through the outside edge of your right foot. Deep breath into side ribs. Exhale, press through that left forearm, relax face, neck, jaw. Connect with the deep Ujjayi breath. Next variation, interlock warrior or extended warrior. Interlock warrior is bringing that left arm under the thigh and interlacing the fingers behind. Or extended warrior, placing left arm down and reaching right hand up. Inhale into side ribs. Exhale, relax head and neck down to the side. Spread the fingers. Half moon. Shift the weight into the left foot. You need your block for this one, or if you don't have a block, you could also use something at home like a book to prop yourself. Bring the block or your object 1.5 feet in front of the left side of the left foot. Start to shift the weight into the left hand, reaching your right leg up. Arm up to the sky, relax head and neck down. Imagine as if you're pressing the wall behind you. Flex your right foot. Relax head and neck down if you can. And carefully release down for pyramid. So have the feet facing to the short edge of the mat. So your hips are facing to the short edge of the mat. Your right foot slightly turns in. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. And exhale, folding forward. So the left leg is still forward. Slight bend in the knee. Hands onto the left thigh, or maybe reaching for the shin. Relax shoulders down, press back through your right heel. Relax head and neck down, spreading toes. And noticing where the mind is in this moment. Vertical splits. Bend the knee slightly and have the hands in front and then start to lift that right leg up. If the hands don't reach for the floor, then you can also place them onto a block. Relax head and neck down, bringing chest toward the thigh. On exhale, lifting the leg a little bit higher up. Relax shoulders. And step all the way back into warrior one. For warrior three. So we're moving into another balance as you bring the arms forward, shift the weight into the left foot and then start to tilt forward as you bring that back leg up. And we're trying to keep the torso in line with the leg, but don't worry if that's not there yet. It's a work in progress. And lower the legs down. Reset the feet for warrior two. So left foot still facing to the short edge of the mat. Right foot slightly turns in, sink down into your warrior two for head to ankle prep. Left hand onto the inside of left thigh. Right hand reaching for either the shin or the ankle. Inhale into side ribs. Exhale, press the thigh away from the hip. And reach your right ribs towards your right leg. So it's a deep hip stretch here. Release the hands, stay in warrior two. Reach the hands back behind you or for a block for head to ankle prep stage two. Keep sinking left knee forward into your warrior two. Pressing through the feet. And carefully release all the way down for pigeon. So this is the only exception to our standing poses as we come down to the ground for pigeon. Walking the left foot to the right edge of the mat. Sit bone down to the floor. Inhale. Exhale. Lowering chest towards the front leg. Breathing into that left hip. With each exhale, feeling for a deepening into the pose. Releasing any tension, any holding. carefully start to come all the way back up. Come back into a down dog position, stretching through the legs. And then slowly start to walk the feet towards the hands and come all the way up to standing for the other side. Your right foot forward into warrior two. Left foot slightly turns in. Sink down into your stance. Have the arms wide. Inhale. Roll the shoulders up and back, down the back. So just a reminder in this pose to make sure the right knee doesn't go over the ankle. If it does, it means then the feet need to be wider apart. Extended warrior, bring right forearm onto right thigh. Left hand behind the back, grab either your waistband or maybe the thigh. Press down through your right forearm. And then allowing your right ear to soften toward the right shoulder. Sometimes what tends to happen in this pose is that the right shoulder is sloping forward. If this is happening to you, feel for pressing through the forearm so you're moving that shoulder back and align with your ear. As you inhale, open up the left side of chest. Interlock warrior or extended warrior. So right arm under the thigh, hands interlacing, or you can place the hand down by the inside of the leg. Inhale, open up left side of chest toward the sky. Exhale, soften head and neck down. Feel the stretch through the left hip. Feeling the connection of the whole body here. Half moon, release the hands, grab your block, place it on the outside edge of your right foot and slightly in front. And starting to pick the left leg up, right hand to the sky, torso facing to the left. Deep breath into side ribs, stretch up through your left side. Press back through your left foot. Relax head, neck down. Carefully release the leg all the way down for pyramid. So have the right foot facing to the short edge of the mat, left foot slightly turns in as well. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, hinge at the hip, bringing chest forward. A slight micro bend in your right knee, just so you don't lock the knee. And then hands either onto the thigh or to the shin. Deep breath into side ribs. Exhale, press back through your left heel. As well, in this pose, feel for moving your left hip forward, right hip back. So the direction of the hips is that we're encouraging them to both face to the short edge of the mat. Vertical splits, slightly bend that knee as you transfer the weight into your left foot. Hands to the block or to the floor. Reach the left leg up to the sky. Feel for creating length in that leg. Reaching it as high as you can. Allow the head and neck to be heavy and relaxed. Step all the way back into warrior one. For warrior three. So we're shifting the weight forward into the right leg. Hands forward in front, and then bringing chest, torso in line with the leg. That's lifting. Straight line of energy through the body. Exhale, lower that leg down. Reset the feet for warrior two. Right leg facing to the short, right foot facing to the short foot edge of the mat. Sink down into your warrior two stance. Right hand onto the inside of your right thigh. Left hand reaching for the left shin or the left ankle. Inhale. Exhale, press the right thigh away from your right hip. Take a deep breath into side ribs. Exhale, encouraging right hip to move away from the right thigh, to move away from the right hip. So you're creating that stretch there. Release the hands and stay in warrior two, but reach the hands back behind you for head to ankle prep stage 2. Relax the shoulders down. Relax the face, the neck, the jaw. Carefully release pigeon, coming down onto your right sit bone, right foot moving to the short edge of the mat, left edge of the mat. Inhale, lengthen spine, torso. Exhale, folding forward. Deep breath into side ribs. Exhale, releasing any tension in that right hip. Connecting with breath. Noticing what is on the mind right now. Whenever the mind wanders, bringing it back to the breath, to sensing the body. And carefully start to bring the chest torso all the way back up, coming into seated position. Bring the hands to the center of the chest. Take a deep breath in. Take a moment to think of something you're grateful for today. And breathe that energy in. What is sacred in me honors what is sacred in all of you. Thank you. Namaste. Thank you for joining this mostly standing practice, and hope you're feeling energized. And I recommend taking a short Shavasana as well in your own time. Thanks for joining. Bye.